So let's start working in this chapter. In the course materials, you will find this ES6 modules folder. Well, it's going to be a zip file, but download this decompress the file, and then open into your editor. I'm gonna be using Visual Studio Code again. So open the index.html, and we're gonna open this with live server. So you can see that this is really simple, a really simple HTML file. Also, we have three different files: app.js, business, and client.js. You can see they are already linked right here, and they are empty. They don't have anything. So you can see we have ES6 modules. We're gonna open the console right here. So open the console, and I'm gonna reload right here. So let's start working with modules. I'm gonna open the client.js, and we're gonna create two different variables. You can see if we have something like this, for example, const client name equals to, I'm going to add my name Juan right here. And also if we have an amount, let's say 200, we can use these variables also in the app.js file, because this file is declared first, then business, and then app. So if you console log both of these values, for example, on the app.js, you console log this, console log client name, and also if you console log the amount, console.log amount, and save this is going to work just fine, because we have this client, then we have business, and then we have app. If you move this to the top, then we're gonna lose the reference, and you can see we have an error, because the variables are declared here on the client.js, and we are working on the app.js. So this is where modules come in very handy. So let's open the client, and we're going to use a keyword that is called export. So if you add export right here, export, and open the console again, you can see, and I'm gonna say both. You can see that we have an unexpected token as export, and also we have this error, client name is not defined. So this export is not working really well. Well, in this case, you have to add here on the scripts, you need to add an attribute that is called module, and also module right here. So save this. Now you can see that the error related to the export token is not here, but also we are missing the client name. We exported the variable, and we are using this right here, but we need to find a way to import this. So right here on the top, import from client.js, and I'm gonna import this. You use the word import, and then inside curly braces, you add the variable, function, or class that you want to import. In this case is this one, client name. So you add client name from, and then inside quotes, you add a dot, the dash, and client.js. So save this, and now you can see we have Juan right here. So it's going to work well. You can see here on the index.html that we have three different files, and this is the same problem that we saw in the keynote in the last video, because we are opening these connections, but using modules you can remove these, and you only left the main file right here. So the importing of the variables and functions is going to be right here. JavaScript is going to handle this behind the scenes. So here you can see we imported the client name, but we're missing the amount. So you can also open the client and export this. So you add export, and this is going to export the amount. We need to import it right here. So you can add a comma and then add amount. And now we are importing the client name and also the amount. You can see that this is working. You can also import everything. You can also import everything like this. And this is going to import everything from the module. But you need, you can see that we have an unexpected identifier. So you need to add an alias as client info. And you can see that we are missing the client name, because you can console log this client info, and this is going to be a module, but this is going to be really similar to an object, so you can access this using a dot. So it's going to be like this: client info, a dot, client name, and client info and a dot and then the amount, and this is going to work just well. So in my opinion, if you are importing everything from the module, you can use this. So you can have access to this alias, but it's recommended that you only import what you need. Using the curly braces, you import the client name and also the amount. And now you can remove this, and also you can remove this. So of course, this is going to depend. And I'm gonna remove this also. This is going to depend how do you feel more comfortable by importing this using the names or also using the alias. So now you can see we have the basics of importing and exporting. You can see we only have one file right here, and this is going to be imported right here in each file. So in the next video, we're going to see how we can import and export a function.